Aiden's life was a tapestry of routine and simplicity. Nestled in a small village where the forest's edge kissed the backyards of cobblestone houses, he found solace in the ancient woods that whispered tales of old. Each morning, with the dawn's first light as his witness, Aiden would escape into the embrace of the forest. The villagers spoke little of the woods, treating it as nothing more than a backdrop to their daily lives, but for Aiden, it was a sanctuary of peace and a canvas for his imagination. One morning, under a sky painted with the soft hues of dawn, Aiden stumbled upon a path he had never seen before. It shimmered under the touch of the morning sun, veiled in a mist that danced like silver threads in the air. His heart, fueled by years of yearning for an adventure, urged him forward. The forest seemed to come alive, guiding him deeper into its heart. He moved, captivated by the beauty that unfolded with each step, the path unfurling like a ribbon of light before him. The path led Aiden to a clearing where sunlight spilled through the canopy, bathing everything in gold. Before him stood beings of lore and legend, elves with eyes that mirrored the forest's depths, goblins with grins wide and cunning, and shamans whose presence hummed with the power of the earth. Among them, a wise old owl perched on the gnarled branch of an oak, its feathers shimmering with the wisdom of ages. Aiden, though initially struck with awe and fear, felt an inexplicable sense of belonging. The creatures, equally surprised, whispered among themselves, their gaze fixed upon him with a mixture of curiosity and hope. The owl, with a voice as ancient as the stars, spoke of a prophecy long held within the heart of the forest. In the time of darkest need, a heart pure and brave shall heed the call of the forest's seed. By light's guide, the darkness he shall bleed. Aiden listened, the words resonating within him like a song he had always known but never heard. In the days that followed, Aiden was embraced by the enchanted beings. He learned the language of the trees, the art of silent movement, and the secrets of ancient magic that flowed through the forest. Each creature, from the nimblest elf to the most mischievous goblin, offered him knowledge and strength. Aiden trained with a fervor, driven by the prophecy and the bond he formed with the inhabitants of the enchanted world. With the first light of dawn as his herald, Aiden set forth from the clearing, the weight of his quest heavy upon his shoulders. The forest, now a familiar friend, whispered encouragements with every leaf that brushed against him. His journey was fraught with challenges that tested his body and spirit. A river that flowed with the might of the ages barred his path, its waters a mirror to the sky. With ingenuity and the guidance of a water sprite, Aiden crafted a bridge of vines and crossed the tumultuous waters. As Aiden ventured deeper, the forest's welcoming green gave way to shadows that clung like cobwebs. The dark forest, as the enchanted beings had warned, was a realm where light dared not linger. Here, the trees twisted in agony, their branches clawing at the sky, and the air was thick with the stench of corruption. Aiden's heart faltered, but the memory of the clearing, bright and alive with hope, spurred him onward. He wasn't alone. Shadows moved in the periphery of his vision, eyes glinting with malice observed his progress. Aiden recalled the lessons of the goblins, using stealth and cunning to evade the dark creatures that lurked in the thicket. When evasion was impossible, he stood his ground, the magic taught by the shamans flowing through his veins, a light in the oppressive darkness. As the final battle drew near, the creatures of the forest, once skeptical of Aiden's role in their prophecy, now rallied to his cause. Elves, goblins, and even the most reclusive beings emerged from their hidden dwellings, united by a common purpose. The wise old owl, soaring high above, spread the call to arms, and the forest responded. Aiden, at the heart of this alliance, found strength in their unity. Together, they crafted a plan, blending magic and might, stealth and strength, to confront the dark force that threatened their world. The day of the final battle arrived with a dawn that bled red into the sky, as if the forest itself sensed the impending conflict. Aiden and his allies, a motley army of the forest's protectors, stood at the edge of the clearing that had become the dark force's lair. The air crackled with magic, charged with the power of countless spells woven by the shamans and the elves. The battle began with a roar, a cacophony of sounds, metal clashing, spells igniting, and the war cries of the forest's defenders. Aiden at the forefront wielded the weapon forged from the heart of the forest, its blade alight with a flame that burned not with heat, but with the purity of the enchanted world's magic. The dark force, a miasma of shadows and malice, recoiled and surged, an ever-shifting adversary that sought to overwhelm them with despair. But for every shadow that rose, a light met it in defiance. Aiden fought with a ferocity born of conviction, his allies at his side. In the heart of the chaos, Aiden faced the embodiment of the dark force, a creature of nightmares that sought to extinguish the forest's light. The battle was fierce, and Aiden was pushed to the brink of his limits. Yet it was the bond with his allies, the combined strength of their spirits, that turned the tide. With a final, resolute strike, Aiden banished the darkness, the weapon in his hand cleaving through the night that had enveloped the forest. Vestiges of darkness faded, the forest breathed anew. Light, gentle and warm, returned, caressing the wounded land with the promise of healing. The creatures of the forest, though weary, rejoiced, their voices a melody of triumph and relief. Aiden, standing amidst the celebration, felt a peace he had never known. The enchanted beings, once figures of folklore, now stood as friends, as family. The wise old owl, perched once again on the ancient oak, spoke, "Aiden, son of the forest, you have fulfilled the prophecy. But know this, your journey with the forest has only just begun." Aiden returned to the village, a hero not of war, but of harmony. He carried with him the tales of the forest, of magic and unity, of darkness vanquished by light. Though he resumed his walks in the woods, they were no longer escapes, but reunions. The forest greeted him not as a man, but as a guardian, a bridge between worlds seen and unseen. And so, Aiden's tale became one of legend, a story whispered in the village and sung in the clearing. It was a reminder that within every heart lies the potential for great deeds, that courage and friendship can conquer the darkest of foes, and that sometimes the greatest adventures await just beyond the path we walk every day.